Welcome back to In the Garden. I'm joined here with our Grange Co-op expert, Austin Bangs, and today we're talking about shade perennials. So can you kind of explain what a shade perennial is and where it's good in your garden?
Yeah, so a shade perennial is a perennial plant that belongs in the shade. So it grows in a shady environment, maybe a little bit cooler, and oftentimes they like an acidic soil.
And I actually learned the last time I was doing In the Garden that a perennial is a plant that's full, like year-round, right? They come back year after year.
Yep, you don't have to replant them. They're going to grow. Either they can be an evergreen, which means they do not lose their foliage, like most of these here will not lose their leaves during the winter. And then there's the deciduous that do lose their leaves and appear as just twigs and sticks during the winter.
Perfect. So if someone had a nice shady spot in their garden and they were wanting something to go in those places, how are these plants going to be the best place to put there?
So these plants, like a rhododendron, we have some heuchera, and we have a hydrangea. These are all shady plants that like a cooler environment, a shadier place to grow, and some acidic soil. So that makes them a great option for any shady spot in someone's landscapes that's just missing that color in there.
So these also have a great splash of color to add.
Absolutely.
Perfect. And so when you're talking about acidic soil, what exactly does that mean?
So when talking about we're talking about the soil pH. So acidic's going to fall anywhere below 5 down to 4, 4.5 area, and then 5.5, 6 up to 7 is going to be a more alkaline soil.
So if someone were looking in their yard, how would they know if it's a good acidic soil?
So there's no way to just look and know that your soil is acidic. You are going to need to take a soil sample, either send that off to a lab and have it tested, or you can buy an at-home soil test at the Grange Co-op.
We are going into summer. There's not a lot of water. Are these also good options when we're talking about plants good for drought?
These plants tend not to be super drought tolerant. They can go maybe a couple days without water depending upon where they're being grown. A lot of the time these plants seem to be somewhere where, of course, there's shade. So morning sun is okay, but then we're going to want to have that afternoon shade when it's the hottest part of the day.
Yeah, so my parents actually have both of these in their yard and they put them under trees. Is that definitely recommended put in?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything to get that shade in there.
Perfect. All right. Well, Austin, thank you so much for joining me in the garden today. If you have any questions about these shade perennials in your garden, you can head to Grange Co-op and check them out. Thanks for joining us. See you later.